Dear viewers, during the activities of the comprehensive medical exhibition taking place here in Amman, Jordan, we met one of the important participants in this exhibition, Dr. Fawaz Sayyam, the head of the Pharmacists Union in Palestine. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm thankful for this great event in Jordan, especially with this exhibition. It brings together many companies, institutions and hospitals that offer medical services in the Middle East. This event was arranged by the Middle East Gate Company and is one of the most important exhibitions I have participated in, that is focused on the Middle East, concerning medical devices and equipments, and of course, medical institutions in general.
Doctor, can you tell us about the Palestinian contribution to this exhibition?
We were invited by the company through Mr. Nidal al-Shara. We are honored to participate in this exhibition for many reasons, most importantly for informing the Middle East about the suffering of the Palestinian people, especially those in the city of Jerusalem, which is under severe attacks to diminish its Arabic identity and destroy the Aqsa Mosque, especially this year, as Jerusalem was selected to be the cultural capital of the Arab world. Based on this and through our corner in this exhibition, we try to capture people's attention to the suffering of our colleagues and the Palestinian people, especially in Jerusalem. With regards to the Union, we are here to inform companies, the Iraqi people and the Arab nations in general, of the most significant accomplishments of the pharmacist unions in Palestine, especially as it is currently using a very advanced program to serve the Palestinian society and its patients. This program is only used in developed countries like the United States and Canada. We are among the first to use such a program in the Middle East. The program is concerned with the different types of drugs used in Palestine, and it will be distributed to all pharmacies in Palestine free of charge, except for the minimal annual maintenance fee. It will be linked to the internet via a wireless connection, as it will provide the pharmacist with the most recent pharmaceutical information. I hope that this program will be used by our colleagues in Iraq and other Arab countries, because it is concerned with the patient's well-being in general, as it reduces common medical mistakes and completely eradicates pharmaceutical mistakes through a specially dedicated file for each patient. The file will contain the patient's complete medical history. For example, if he is suffering from recurring illnesses such as asthma, diabetes or high blood pressure, or cardiac problems, all these will be mentioned in his medical history file. Therefore, when he needs to see a doctor, and when the doctor prescribes medication that conflicts with any of the drugs he is taking for his illness, or when the drug conflicts with the illness itself, a warning will be sent to the pharmacist to prevent such drugs from being given out to the patient, or that this drug requires medical follow-up. This way, we reduce the common medical mistakes made by doctors when prescribing drugs, as well as reducing pharmaceutical mistakes, being that the pharmacist is the last point of contact before handing out the drugs to the patient. In addition, we have linked the program to the World Health Organization, so a Palestinian pharmacist will be informed of any new medications around the world and would be able to view those medications, their components and their uses. This way we increase the Palestinian pharmacist knowledge. I hope that this program will be used in the Middle East and will be useful to every Arab pharmacist, wherever he is in the Arab region. That is why we participated in the exhibition. Our goal is to inform the participants of this program and its value, and to take part in distributing it to all Arab countries. As I have previously mentioned, the Palestinian people are suffering in Palestine. One of our goals is also to give a brief description of the pharmacist and the pharmacies in Palestine and how they are distributed, in addition to the Pharmacist Union, which is based in Jerusalem, which has a branch in every province in Palestine, including several subcommittees who regulate the profession in cooperation with the Ministry of Health.
ونقابة الصيادلة هناك قادرة على تنظيم مهنة بالتعاون والتنسيق مع وزارة الصحة بشكل عام.
This takes me to another question. What is the goal of the Palestinian participation in such exhibitions? What is the message you are trying to portray?
First of all, we would like to restate that we are a nation and are able to contribute our knowledge to any part of the world, and that we have our own institutions that looks after the welfare of the Palestinian and Arab society. It is not widely known that we have made major developments in the health and medical sectors. Even before the arrival of the Palestinian Authority and under occupation, since 1969 and during the occupation, factories were being built on Palestinian land. Like the pharmaceuticals companies Bir Zayt, Al-Quds and Beit Jala, who are pioneers in the pharmaceutical industry. As a result of their work, Palestinian drugs are now being used by the Israeli occupier. The Arab drugs became a pivotal part in the Palestinian national economy. These factories became stronger and bigger, especially under the rule of the Palestinian Authority, which by Allah's willing will lead us to the independent Palestinian state, with Jerusalem as its capital. Now we have 5 Palestinian factories producing high-quality products. All have the Good Manufacturing Practice certificate, acknowledged globally and by the FDA, and now exporting drugs to Eastern Europe, in addition to serving the local market.
This also brings us to a very important question for the general audience concerning the general state of the medical and health in Palestine in general.
As I told you, we the Pharmacists Union and through the Professional Unions Group in Palestine, the Doctors Union and the Dentists Union continue to cooperate, and we have excellent relations with the Palestinian Ministry of Health. Through Baghdad's Gate, I send my best regards to the Minister of Health, Dr. Fathi Abu Mughri, who treats us like a brother and is supportive of all professional unions. We are in complete partnership with the Ministry of Health. The 3 unions work to elevate the state of health in Palestine. Today, all Palestinian kids have all the vaccines they need. We have medical insurance to all of those who cannot buy medicine or afford treatment in hospitals. The Ministry of Health, through the Palestinian National Authority, gave them complete coverage, and now, in cooperation with the Ministry of Health, we are aiming to have complete medical coverage for all Palestinian residents, like that done in European and other countries. Every Palestinian resident would have complete medical coverage, whether therapeutic, medicinal, or through hospitals. This will be done through our private and public institutions and through cooperation with the Ministry of Health.
There is another question. How are you facing the recent global developments with regards to health issues, including new diseases like bird flu and swine flu?
I would like to point out that, as I mentioned to the press here, Palestine was one of the first countries that the World Health Organization sent its thanks to for their speedy reaction in fighting swine flu N1H1. The Palestinian Authority took specific steps, and as a result, the lowest number of infections in the Middle East was in Palestine. All of those checked were completely cured due to the measures taken by the Ministry of Health in cooperation with all unions, of course. Palestine was noted as the first country in the Middle East to fight the epidemic in a new and effective manner. We are always up to date with all the World Health Organization's reports. And we are in direct contact with them, receiving all their reports and trying to raise people's awareness. Thankfully, the Palestinian people are among the most educated nations in the Arab countries and are very interested in all our reports and research.
Dr. Fawaz Sayyam, head of the Palestinian Pharmacists Union, thank you very much.
Thank you, and I wish you progress and prosperity. Please send my best regards to the entire Iraqi nation, with hopes that their suffering will end, and for them to become a unified nation again, a free nation by the will of God.
صعب طريق إن شاء الله.